Australia's horticulture industry produces close to 20% of the country's total agriculture production. And in 2016, fruit and vegetable exports reached almost $3 billion in value. ANZ's latest insight report, Future of Fresh, highlights a boom in Australian fruit exports. It also cites vegetable export as a future opportunity for growers, as vegetable consumption in Asia grows at a faster rate than fruit consumption.
We have a view that agriculture can be a $100 billion industry by 2030, and horticulture is a key sector that will help get us to that $100 billion mark. Australian agriculture exports around about 2/3 of what we produce, and we go to a whole range of different markets right around the globe. Obviously some of the Asian markets are closer to us. They've got growing capacity in terms of disposable income and opening up markets. So we do almost intuitively look towards Asian markets as some of those that will offer the most growth.
Across Australia, there are around 14,000 horticulture businesses which employ close to 75,000 people.
25 or so years ago, my family was a grower in this region. We grow a lot of produce and supply some of the local merchants. But since 2001, we decided to set up Four Ways Fresh to firstly primarily market the family's produce. Subsequently, we expanded and we started buying also other growers' produce and market and selling locally. Now we sell internationally and commence exporting overseas as well.
Our business started with my grandparents. They started growing ginger. So now we're 70 years down the track, and we're growing about 150 acres of ginger now compared to a small plot of ginger that started back in the 1940s.
Fresh fruit and vegetable export has been growing strongly and is now the fourth largest export group for Australian agriculture, after meat, cereals and wool. The greatest growth in exports have been to Asia, with fruit exports to China alone increasing over 500% in 4 years. Other key markets include Hong Kong, Japan and India.
We're seeing at the moment that in the same way that our animal protein products are being sought after by broader Asia, and China especially being the big part of Asia, the rising middle class, the increased ability to purchase and better market information are all driving towards better food purchasing opportunities, and fresh fruit and vegetables still fall into this category as people seek the best they can possibly find for their family.
Our fruit overseas is in high demand, whether you're talking stone fruit, table grapes, avocados if they're available. So any of our fruits will look after themselves. They can sell as much as they can produce. Vegetables are a bit different. We find the competition out of Southeast Asia, out of China and out of Malaysia and even Vietnam now is becoming a difficult proposition for us. Even though our products are of a much higher quality, price still bears a lot of influence in those markets.
Although export opportunities for Australia's horticulture industry are becoming clearer, growers need to manage many unique challenges and complexities.
For farmers who are thinking of engaging in export opportunities, probably one of the biggest things for them is to be a good, successful business here first. The domestic market is still challenging in itself to be successful in, and export creates a whole new range of intermediaries and cultural differences and protocols. It's just more complicated selling into export markets. The point is really though that they are such a compelling opportunity for Australian industry, too hard to ignore and worth the relationship and time and effort in building these markets for our industry over time.
Our biggest issue, I believe anyway, is our ability to be able to get the product to market. No matter what market, whether it's Southeast Asia or Japan or in the Middle East, freight costs is a big issue for us. Once you get it there, then we're okay. If you set up an arrangement with a good distributor who can handle your product well in the market, you've got half a chance.
For businesses looking to export, ongoing investment, production efficiencies, innovation and strong relationships are critical.
I think what we learned through our experience with exporting to Japan is having a good relation with your customer. We were very fortunate to come across a customer that was very forward in exchanging information. We're good people. We've never had a bad experience. So I think it's very good to, first of all, have a good relation with the customer that you're going to be doing business with.
we do rely on a really productive, efficient supply chain right through to the point of sale for consumers, and especially investments towards cold chain infrastructure and storage are opening up new opportunities, and if we've got branding and product innovation right that goes with that, we're a real chance.